This is Riley's Reptiles. Hey everybody, you're watching Riley's Reptiles. Don't adjust your viewing device. You have clicked on the right video. As you've probably astutely noticed, I'm not Riley. I'm his girlfriend Rachel. And this is a takeover video. So I'm going to be showing you around, showing you some of our crested geckos, telling you a little bit about my ball python here, little buddy, and probably some other fun critters such as a tortoise and maybe some guinea pigs. So stick around. So here I've got my ball python little buddy. It is my lone snake, but you are correct if you assumed that I did not have any snakes before I met Riley. I didn't have any aversion to them like most people do. I just didn't have a super passion for him. So I personally think he's probably the most handsome ball python of all time, but I'm a little biased. He is actually the first snake ever that Riley hatched out. And since he is a normal, he wasn't highly sought after, and he was the last one left. But he hatched out at a whopping 68 grams, I believe. And I just kind of grew really fond of him. And so I actually nabbed him and took him back. And now he's actually back with Riley. But yeah, you can check him out. He's super handsome. Look at that little snoot. He's very curious. He's going to be 4 years old soon. And Riley actually still has his mom. Big Mama. She actually lives in the rack up here right behind me. But yeah, I have a snake, and it's not just Riley overflowing out of the house. This one really is mine. He's eating small rats about every other week right now. He just actually shed the other day, so that's why he's extra beautiful and handsome right now. I think he knew his close-up was coming, so he had to get his finest scales on to impress you all with how good looking he is. So this is Dio, one of our crested geckos. He's very handsome. He's actually the biggest one we have. Hopefully I can get him out later and show you how big of a monster he is. He is just a big, thick dude. We got him about 1.5 years ago, and we just really liked him because he's super handsome and pretty, so hopefully I can snag him out a little bit later. He's still kind of adjusting. I just got up. He's probably trying to go back to bed. So we probably have the same mental state right now of being a little bit groggy. Back here we have Pongo. He is the original crested gecko. He actually outlives relationships of me and Riley, so Riley's known Pongo longer than he's known me. Got him as a retired breeder. You might notice he's got those spots. He's a Dalmatian morph. He's just living the old man life. He's probably around 10 years old. And he's just as handsome as can be. He is a frog butt. Some of you are probably aware, Riley and I were down in Santa Barbara for the Thomas fires, which means we had to evacuate. We got pretty close to that. So unfortunately Pongo didn't deal so well with that, so he kind of plopped his tail off, but he is right as rain. I think he enjoys being a little bit lighter without his tail. He's getting a little shy right now. We can let him go back to bed. So we try to switch up their houses every once in a while. Riley just did a big old overhaul a week or 2 ago. So changed out the substrate, changed up the perching, got new fake foliage in. So Pongo here is a pretty sweet setup. If we come over to here and a Mr. Dio, can check him out. Got that nice bromelia plant. I really like this water bowl. It looks nice and real, like a little log hollow. Yeah, Riley's made it super decked out for them. Can never hardly find these guys, which I think is the point. So you can see he's kind of curled back up in there now, going back for a little siesta. One of Dio's favorite places to hide is behind that corkboard. It actually is not flush with the back, so sometimes if we really can't find him, he's just chilling back there. So these two guys got spoiled lately, and they have really sweet setups. I think it's important to switch up your furniture and stuff just periodically, not too often, but mild stress is important to keeping animals functioning and thriving as they should, so switching up their environment can help mimic them migrating about in the wild. So I am a good advocate of maybe once a month or so kind of just stripping it all down and taking it back to basics and hopefully getting a sweet new setup that you visually enjoy and that your little critters also enjoy. Our definite female gecko, Bip, lives in here. And she's very elusive. She's probably the most shy of all the geckos we have. So it's always a Where's Waldo situation in here. Sometimes she's staring right at us, and other times she is very well tucked away as she would like to be. Again, Riley's done a really great job decking it out, making it gecko friendly. Not going to pry too much, but she is very beautiful. I'm not quite familiar with my gecko morphs, but she is top notch. I want to say Harlequin, but don't quote me on that. I just think they're cute. But yeah, we even got this nice little glass hide here, so if she decides to hang out in that and she thinks she's hidden, we can check her out. But yeah, Bip is doing what Bip does best and is being quite elusive. Maybe I'll check back later. But for now, she has won this game of hide and seek, which is par for the course. No idea where she is. Alright, Bip, you win this round. Maybe you'll come out and play later. But that's just showing how great coverage is. She doesn't want to be seen. She's not seen. It's important to give all your little critters somewhere to hide so they're not constantly worried that something's going to get them. Being a little gecko, they are an easy snack for a lot of things, so it's built into them to be worried about getting snatched. So tons of hidey spots, tons of things to climb on. Makes for a good gecko habitat. So this is that new littlest gecko I was telling you guys about. I'm not going to handle her because she is a little flighty still because she's still getting used to people day by day. Yeah, she's super pretty. Has nice creamy white and got those nice spots and stripes. One of the reasons I think we keep getting so many geckos is they're super duper easy to care for. You just got to keep them humid, give them a bunch of hideys, give them some water. You might notice those bowls over there. One of them is their water, the other one has some leftover calcium dust. These guys, like I said, are super duper easy. We feed them Repashy paste 3 times a week, and with this little one growing, we'll give her some extra bugs, and about once or twice a week or so, we actually give all of our roaches, or all of our geckos, some dubia roaches, little itty bitty ones, and our female Bip, ever elusive, needed to put on a little bit of weight because she was looking a little thin. So we actually supplemented her with some wax worms, which she seemed to enjoy when she was probably the only one. And every once in a while, too, just for fun, we'll give them some crickets. But as you can see, she's a little tiny noodle of a gecko. But yeah, easy. It's basically like a set it and forget it kind of meal plan. Yeah, if you want to kind of get a size reference. This is, I believe, one of the medium critter carriers, but that is my finger next to her. So she is just a wee little gecko. She's doing very well. So I'm not going to push it, and I'll put her lid back on and get her tucked back away up on her shelf. So here we can see Marcel, clearly one of our male geckos. He's probably the most personable and people-oriented out of all our geckos. I'm kind of surprised he didn't come smacking onto the glass. Usually when he hears us come in here, he'll hop straight to the front glass and kind of stare at us saying, "Hi, friends." So he looks pretty well tucked away, so I'm not going to bother him right now, but I'll definitely pull him out to show you guys later because he is really pretty. He's a creamy yellow. When he gets fired up, he gets hints of orange and stuff. He's just really a beauty. So again, another crested gecko we have. I'll quick show you his little setup we have, but for now, he looks like he wants to stay tucked away, so I'm not going to bother him. But yeah, so he's got this really nice big enclosure. It actually used to be for some of Riley's old green tree pythons, so it has tons of perching and makes really good opportunities for more climbing and exploring opportunities. So basically, Marcel has the hookup, is what I'm saying. And he's got a pretty sweet set of digs, so we'll bring you around the front now because he's hanging around the side. So this is where Marcel lives. Nice big tall Exoterra. Good for climbing and stuff. But yeah, when we have these doors shut, he just smacks himself right on the side to come say hello. But I guess he's a little camera shy right now, but he's very tactable, enjoys being held and out and adventure and boinging around. So we'll just let him do his thing right now. And later, hopefully he's down to play. This little cutie patootie is Rupert. He is my Russian tortoise. He will be 3 this year. Riley actually got me him as a little hatchling as a Christmas present a few years ago. But he is growing like a weed. He's very, very food oriented, just like all torts are. If I don't feed him early enough in the morning, he actually scrapes around all along the fence walls over here and makes a horrendous scratching noise until I come feed him. So he's very good at begging with that little face. He usually gets what he wants. He is still very young, but he is getting bigger. But look at how cute he is. He's probably pouting because it's a hay day today, which he really doesn't even eat much of. But it's important for him. Get a variety of foods. I actually have him on a rotating schedule. He gets a mixed salad every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, including a multivitamin Monday. And each of those days he also gets calcium powder. And besides that, he gets just straight dandelions a couple days a week. And then he also gets either grass hay, like you see here, it's actually Timothy, or he'll get some of the Zoo Med pellet mix that's moistened up, and he usually only picks the tasty stuff out and kind of mushes through the little pellets. But this is Rupert. Wanted to show you him because he is a little gem. I like to get him out on floor time, and we have a little lawn outside, so he gets to explore that too. So that's Rupert. He's always a fan favorite. Huh, buddy? Look at that face. Okay, I'll let you go. Hey guys, here's Dio. He actually was easy to catch up real fast to show you because I was mentioning how big and how handsome he is. So if you can see, he is a pretty sizey gecko. He's got these beautiful droopy crests. I don't know if it'll focus on that, but you can see they just are over exaggerated and over the top, and they're just delightful, and we're so glad we have him. Yeah, he's nice and big and super handsome. And he is just come out of his shell. We actually recently moved him into one of the tanks out in our living room, so he's actually getting more people traffic and stuff like that, and Riley set up his computer in between the 2 tanks, so he hangs out there a lot, and he's become a little social butterfly. When Riley sits down, he'll kind of creep over and see, hey, what you doing? Definitely becoming more of a people person, so to speak, with each day. They're just all super fun and super different, and we're just excited to have all these little geckos. So yeah, this is Dio. And you might wonder where the name Dio came from. Riley and I will tell you different reasons, but the long story short is we agree that Dio is his name. I was trying to find fun, clever names, and I actually thought of the name Dio because it would be short for Dionysus, and if any of you are familiar, that is the god of wine. So I thought Dio was a good name for him, whereas there is apparently a extreme metal rock and roller named Dio that I clearly know nothing about. So if you ask Riley, he is named after a metal musician, rock star. But either way, he's still Dio. Doesn't matter where it came from. And he is just a little gem. I told you I'd get him out. He actually came out to play. He was sitting and waiting on one of his perches, staring at me. So this is Marcel. This is one of our 5 crested geckos. As I was mentioning, he's kind of a yellow color. I'll try to get him so you can see how nice and bland he looks now, but he actually gets pretty fired up from time to time. We actually got him and Bip about a little over a year ago now. Unfortunately, we had to rescue them. Some people back in Santa Barbara were trying to sell them back to some pet stores. Of course, they wouldn't buy them back. They would accept them as donations, but these people decided instead of getting no money, the best option was to leave them at a bus stop in their tank. So we actually got the call and rescued them. And so now we've got these 2 guys. If you're wondering how they got the names Marcel and Bip, we had them in a tiny little critter carrier, bringing them back, and they looked like little mimes climbing up and down the plastic sides. So I looked up famous mimes because, believe it or not, I'm not well versed on mimes and their history and their celebrity. And there's actually a really famous mime named Bip, I believe, is the stage name, and his real name was Marcel. So I figured Marcel was a good boy name, Bip was a good girl name, and it stuck. So we have Mr. Marcel here. As you can see, he's spring-loaded and ready for action. He's just so much fun. I really like him, and I'm glad we got to give them a new lease on life and hang out with him. And now we get to teach people. Sometimes he goes out with Riley to teach little kids at schools and stuff about geckos and how fun they are. So this is Marcel, and I really like him a lot, and I hope you do too. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And I didn't forget, I did mention the word guinea pig, so I got my 2 little nuggets right here. This is Choopy and this is Nessie. And I thought I could not get away without showing you guys some of my little furry critters. So again, thanks for letting me take over. Thanks for listening. And I hope you enjoyed me telling you a little about all of our critters and stuff. And keep on tuning back. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, please still hit the like button because I'm a fragile emotional soul. Just kidding, but not really. But either way, if you liked it, please hit that button. If you liked it and you want to watch more, let Riley know. I'm more than happy to keep jabbering on. And click that subscribe button so you can keep seeing Riley and all of our critters. Fuzzy ones included now. And if anyone has noticed my sweet shirt, I actually got it at our local Herp Society meeting. We had a speaker from Save the Snakes, so this is a really nice king cobra, and they're doing a lot of great stuff, so you should go check them out. I'll have Riley add the link to all that. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in, and have a great day.